Let me ask you something. Why is it so hard to walk away from someone who's hurting you? You know they lie. You know they manipulate. You know they drain you. And yet something keeps pulling you back. It feels like an invisible chain. You can't see it, but you can always feel it. That's the painful reality of a trauma bond. And here's the good news. Today, we're going to break it down together. I'll explain what trauma bonds really are, why leaving feels almost impossible, the hidden cycle that keeps you hooked. And most importantly, I'll share the steps you can take to finally break free. Stay with me, because once you understand this, you'll never see toxic love the same way again. Part 1. What is a trauma bond? Picture this. Emma meets someone who makes her feel special. He showers her with compliments, tells her she's his soulmate, never lets her phone stop buzzing. It feels magical, like the love story she's been waiting for. But then, things change. He criticizes her. He ignores her calls. He gives her the cold shoulder. Just when she feels broken, ready to give up, he comes back with flowers, apologies, and passion. The cycle repeats. Again and again. Emma thinks she's in love. But what she's really trapped in is a trauma bond. See, trauma bonding happens when your brain ties love and pain together. It's not your fault. When they give affection, your brain releases dopamine. That's the feel-good chemical. When they hug you, you get oxytocin, the bonding hormone. And when they pull away or attack, your body floods with cortisol, the stress chemical. Your nervous system gets addicted to the roller coaster. And here's the scary twist. What you think is deep love might just be your body clinging to the very person who's hurting you. Part 2. Why leaving feels impossible. Let me give you an image. Imagine holding a burning rope. Your hands are bleeding. It hurts so badly. But letting go feels scarier than holding on. That's how a trauma bond feels. Leaving feels impossible because your body is addicted to the highs and lows. Every crumb of affection after days of silence feels like a jackpot win. And here's what happens. Sometimes you fight, trying to fix things. Sometimes you want to run, but your feet feel glued. Sometimes you shut down and freeze. And sometimes you fawn. You try harder to please them, hoping maybe this time they'll change. Let me ask you something. When do you miss them the most? It's usually right after they've hurt you, isn't it? That's not love. That's the chemical trap of a trauma bond. Part 3. The cycle that keeps you hooked. Okay, here's where it gets tricky. Think of a gambler at a slot machine. He keeps pulling the lever. Most of the time, he loses. But every once in a while, cha-ching, he wins just enough to keep him hooked. That's exactly how trauma bonding works. It follows a predictable cycle. 1. First, love bombing. They overwhelm you with attention. 2. Then, devaluation. Suddenly, you're not enough. 3. Next, discard. Silence, abandonment, rejection. 4. And finally, hoovering. They pull you back in with apologies and fake promises. And here's the twist. The more unpredictable they are, the stronger the bond becomes. Because your brain is waiting for the next win. Waiting for the version of them that felt so good in the beginning. Be honest. Have you felt this cycle before? If you have, drop the word cycle in the comments. You're not alone. Part 4. The psychological chains. Let's go even deeper. Imagine a child waiting for their parents' love. Sometimes the parent is warm, loving, affectionate. Other times, they're cold, distracted, or even cruel. That child grows up believing love is inconsistent, believing they have to work hard to earn affection. Sound familiar? This is why trauma bonds cut so deep. They don't just tie you to your partner. They tie you to your old wounds. If you grew up with neglect, criticism, or conditional love, you're more vulnerable. That's why toxic relationships feel so familiar. Your inner child is clinging to them, hoping, just hoping, that this time, love will finally be safe. But here's the painful twist. the bond isn't really with them. It's with your past pain. Part 5. Steps to break free. Okay, so how do you break free? Think of it like breaking chains. Each step weakens the bond until one day, it snaps. Here are 5 steps. Step 1. Awareness. Say it out loud. This is not love. This is a trauma bond. Naming it takes away its power. Step 2. No contact or gray rock. If possible, cut all ties. Block, delete, protect your peace. If you can't, use the gray rock method. Be dull, unreactive, give them no emotional fuel. Step 3. Journaling. Every time you miss them, write down a memory of how they hurt you. When your brain starts craving them, read it back. It will remind you of the truth. Step 4. Support. Healing is hard alone. Find a trauma-informed therapist, join a support group, or lean on safe friends. Step 5. Rebuild yourself. Toxic love makes you forget who you are. So rediscover your identity. Explore new hobbies. Reconnect with old friends. Trust your own voice again. And here's your challenge. Pick just one step today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Because healing doesn't start when they change. Healing starts the moment you decide not to repeat the cycle. Part 6. Your challenge. Let's make this real. For the next 7 days, I want you to try this exercise. Every time you miss your toxic partner, write it down. Then, right next to it, write one reason why leaving is healthier. By the end of the week, you'll have a list of undeniable truths, proof that freedom is better than going back. And I want you to imagine this. You're standing at a crossroads. One road leads back into the cycle. The other leads to freedom, peace, and self-respect. Which road do you want to take? Close your eyes. Picture yourself walking away. The chains fall off. You take a deep breath. For the first time in years, you feel light again. That's the freedom waiting for you. If this video spoke to you, remember, you're not alone, and you can break free. Drop the word freedom in the comments to claim your first step. And if you want more videos that guide you through healing from trauma bonds, narcissistic abuse, and emotional recovery, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Because your freedom journey doesn't end here, it starts here. And in the next video, we'll go deeper into the stages of trauma bonding you need to know. That way you'll spot the signs before they trap you again. Stay strong, stay free, and I'll see you in the next video.